Antiques Roadshow tragedies as star dies after long brain tumor battle. Antiques Roadshow expert Theo Burrell sadly died aged 39 on July 8, surrounded by her loved ones. Her husband confirmed the tragic news in a statement shared on Instagram 3 days later. It read, "It is with great sadness that I share the news that Theo passed away peacefully surrounded by her family on Wednesday afternoon. Neither she nor her medical team foresaw this happening quite so quickly."
Wet boots ruining your mornings? The job site boot dryer uses gentle, fanless heat to quietly dry boots, shoes, and gloves overnight, helping reduce dampness and odor. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/4 before it's gone.
She was an incredible person who fought hard for her family, friends, and raising awareness of this cruel disease. The BBC ceramics expert had been diagnosed with glioblastoma, a malignant brain tumor 4 years ago, and had previously been given just 12 to 18 months to live. She surpassed medical professionals' prognoses, but sadly succumbed to her illness earlier this month. The BBC show, which premiered in 1978, has lost several appraisers over the years, young and old. Expressio UK takes an inside look into the show's biggest tragedies. Show regular, Judith Miller, who appeared on BBC One's Antiques Roadshow, died aged 71 after a short illness in 2023. At the time of her death, Miller had been working on the latest version of the Antiques Guide. One of her notable discoveries on the Antiques Roadshow came when she identified a set of Art Deco posters designed by French painter Jean Dupas, found in Stanway House, Gloucestershire, in 2009. Miller, who wrote more than 100 books on antiques and interiors, joined the BBC show in 2007. Antiques Roadshow expert Alison Gibson-Watt died after suffering suspected postpartum psychosis had to be restrained by 5 police and ambulance personnel. An inquest has heard in 2012. Alison, a jewelry specialist for Sotheby's, died November 20 after suffering a cardiac arrest and an injury to her liver. She gave birth to her first child, Chiara, in October 2012, 4 weeks earlier. There was an investigation into her death, which was eventually ruled as a cardiac arrest. The expert was just 34 years old at the time of her death. The well-known militaria expert, who had been a regular on Antiques Roadshow for 25 years, died in 2016 after a lifelong battle with cystic fibrosis. In the American spin-off series, a show guest sadly died just a few years after he appeared on PBS's Antiques Roadshow. He had brought along an 1880 jug that had been handed down through generations. Show expert David Rago valued the enormous jug at an astounding $65,000, £48,264 to $85,000, £63,115, before revealing what the antique actually fetched at auction. He told viewers, "That was filmed on the Saturday. On the Monday morning the phone rang, it was Tom, our guest. He said, 'Were you serious about the price? Because we could really use some money.' And I brought the piece to the Philadelphia Antique Show in April of 2005. The first person in the door purchased it for $110,000, £81,679. They told me that for the first time in their lives, they had enough in their bank account to now apply to adopt a child, a baby boy from Guatemala. Tragically, 4 years later, he passed away." The expert went on, "The bittersweet part of the story is that, sadly, 4 years later, Tom passed away at the age of 46. Former Antiques Roadshow expert Henry Sandin died at the age of 95 on Christmas Day in 2023. The antiques expert, who is widely regarded as the world authority on Worcester porcelain and first appeared on the show in 1979, died peacefully at a care home in Malvern, Worcestershire, on Christmas morning. He became an MBE for services to broadcasting, the ceramics industry, and charity in 2008.